Yat Shayla Klah inche adone nishangi ki anisha torich ini bashichin ashin dashachina tapahin dashanella akut ega zonisha totla chirit denasha. Hi, my name is Shayla Klah. I'm originally from Dilkon, Arizona. I started my journey back in January, and since then, you always tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna start on a Monday, I'm gonna start on, the beginning of the month. But once I walked in that door, I started on a Friday, and since then, I've kept with it. My trainer here really pushes and encourages me. Even just the people that come, the little words of like, you can do it. It's a really friendly and welcoming environment here. The heaviest I weighed was 273, and knowing I weighed that much is like the heaviest I've ever weighed. And I knew I had to change just by the little thing as even trying to breathe, doing the simplest things like picking up my kid. I knew I was at my unhealthiest. It really, put me down, but knowing, I have two beautiful kids that will look up to me. And I have a son, my oldest, he's on the spectrum of autism. And he's really active. He loves to go on long walks, loves playing basketball. So at the time, I barely could even play with him. I was always out of breath. I couldn't even pick him up because I was so tired. And now that I've found out about this program, I was okay, I gotta change, not only for myself but for my kids. The difference of my eating habits a couple months ago was, I could say, really unhealthy to compare to how I'm eating now. Before I would snack on, I didn't care, the sugar, the saltiness. I was a pretty big soda and iced coffee drinker. I think that was my main biggest unhealthy habits, drinking iced coffee during the day, knowing that, I didn't have any in the morning, I'm gonna have some the afternoon. Till now, I can now set aside and put my more healthier eating habits from the day I started here, being educated, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, even snacks, the protein intake, more water. It really is a big change. I think that's what really helped me in this health journey I'm in. Seeing the pictures of me then, I'm like, oh my God, I can be so much better. And it starts with me. It starts now. So from then, that's when I started being more physically, not just like in the gym, but also like at home. We have livestock. I have horses, cattle, sheep. Even just getting up and feeding them, throwing the hay, I was so out of breath, and I was disgusted with myself. Knowing I used to do this every day. I can't even throw one flake of hay in there without even losing my breath. And that's when I'm like, okay, I gotta make a change, not only for my kids, but for myself physically. And mentally, seeing how much I let myself go, it really pushed me. It really put me down, but I'm like, I know I'm stronger. I know I'm better than this. I can, who am I to let my physical self put me down mentally when I'm in charge of my own body? I can do it. So coming here, starting literally on the Friday, that's when it changed. Physically, you know, in my lifestyle, my eating, saying no to things. I used to say, like, what was the hardest of starting was being mentally disciplined. But really, it's just changing your mindset of, I can do it. Then just go with it. Don't even think twice, just do it. Because I'm living proof of that. I'm here today, I'm more healthier. I'm pretty much the healthiest I've ever been since like the past maybe 6-7 years. So like if I can do it, you can do it. And they say the hardest thing is, starting. Yeah, but if you have the right resources and if you ask for help, it's there. It can happen. And coming in here, it really changed my life for the better, but not only for me, but for my kids, my family. And my goal was, just to be the healthier side of me. Now that I'm heading in that right direction, more goals are adding on, getting back into that rodeo life and being more physical. But it takes time, but it all starts with you. It all starts with that one day getting up and just pushing forward. I think that's what I tell my family. They're like, how can you do it? Like, you did it, but how? And I'm like, they say, yeah, you say it's hard to start, but no, it's not hard. You just got to do it. It's all in here. Once you set that mindset, you can do it. And I tell them, look at me. I'm doing it. You can do it. You just got to do it, and it's all mentally. And then physically, it'll all like line up and come together. And they're like, yeah, we can see that others, so you can do it. You just gotta get up and push at it. It just takes one day at a time. And I tell them, I'm like, it's not that hard to start. You just gotta do it. And there's no easy way. I'm like, I can't hold your hand and take you in. I can tell you, like, come with me, let's go. And they're still at home. But they'll like ask me about like nutrition stuff, and I tell them about the programs here, and I'm like, yeah, it's really it's like a family. We're all a family here. When you walk in, you never know who you're gonna encourage one day. You're gonna see someone working out, and they're gonna look at you like, oh, I want to be that person. There's some people here I look up to. They may not know it, but I'm like, oh, I want to be strong like them one day. But then I want to be me. Through it all, at the end of the day, I'm better than I was yesterday, and that's all that matters. Just getting up, walking, even waking up, making the right decision, making healthier decision, that's strength coming through. That's strength showing. So you just take that and you go with it. And you don't know how far I'll take you. And there's people watching, but you show them through yourself how much you can do. Even I surprise myself every day coming in when I see my trainer put heavy weights on. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. He goes, yeah, you can. You can do it. Then I go and do it. Then I do it twice as much. I'm like, oh crap, I did it. I didn't know. So coming here, it really surprises me how much I'm capable of doing. I walk out like and tell my family, oh my God, I lift this much. I ran this fast. And they're like, wow. I'm like, I haven't ran that fast since high school. So within the 4 months coming here, that's how much it took to change, even the first month. it really changes, and it makes yourself feel good. Then you spread that goodness to your family, and then you go on from there.